They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And Dobbins is going to pick up a Ravens first down as the tackle going to be made up at the 37. The Ravens at 7-2 here on the year. Their head coach, he's got them believing in themselves. They've won 7 of their last 9 games now. And
I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. From the gun, Jackson. Flush to his right. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Isaiah Likely the target that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down. But you look at this defense. They're a tough unit to throw against. Currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And this is where we talk game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
A short throw caught by Andrews. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. That'll give him 8 that time. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And they will take over 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game. Or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Dobbs now on 2nd down. He's got the connection to Moore. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to have it first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well. They run again on 1st down. Chubb. And a
Across midfield he goes into Raven territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, Dobbs. And his throw here's incomplete. Anthony Schwartz, the intended target, and it's 3rd down and 2. Well, look at this Baltimore defense. Well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown! David Njoku, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Huskies get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
On 2nd down, Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Jackson on first down. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard. Here's Jackson to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Jackson will throw again. A short throw caught by Andrews. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on them, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Ready.
Off the play fake. Here's Dobbs. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
This is going to be a corner route to their tight end, and I'll tell you what, it's man coverage, so that makes it hard for a linebacker to stay with it. And he's able to make the catch on the right side of the field and pick up the first down.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Check mash. Check mash.
Chubb will take it in. Touchdown.
For as good as Nick Chubb is in the open field, he's every bit as good when they line him up down near the goal line. He's a speed back between the 20s, but a power back down close, and he forces his way into the end zone.
York now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
The score, Huskies 14, Ravens nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Hey, middle. You.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Flowers. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Excellent work that time to get free, and for his exploits, he's going to be left with just a 3rd and 3.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season, and that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
That is caught, and he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. First catch there for OBJ, and that good for a first down. In motion left, Flowers. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Under pressure, and down he goes. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing is Jackson. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Following the fumble recovery, Dobbs. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. A give running right is Chubb. There he goes, right side. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles. And again, it's Chubb.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Out of the gun, Dobbs.
Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On 1st and 10, Dobbs. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Intercepted. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The 3rd quarter starts with a run by Chubb. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 81 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
On 1st down, Dobbs to throw. He sets to fire deep. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown!
Anthony Schwartz.
69 yards.
And the Huskies come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On second down, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and and he will take this one in for a touchdown. Nick Chubb
with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Huskies are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the two teams by far, and that's great complimentary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And it is 28-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now it's Jackson.
To the right side, into the hands of Flowers.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
Loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And now they're in the hurry-up.
That's good for a Baltimore Ravens.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
And Jackson throwing once more.
That one into the hands of Flowers.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. Now, they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
Now Jackson on first down. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
It's now 7 and 19 at the 37-yard line.
Throwing on second and long. Jackson.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
And quickly, they get to the line.
4 yards on the pickup.
Now it's Jackson.
He'll find Bateman once more.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up what looks to be a third and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Open man is Bateman. It's complete.
Touchdown!
Rashad Bateman.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Ravens get a bit closer.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And it's now a 28-7 ball game.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now a hit and a loose football.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
So a turnover there on the kickoff, and don't look now, but that just made things a little more interesting.
Very interesting, because when you're trailing in a game, these are the mistakes that you pray for. You just went down and scored. Now you get the football right back with another great opportunity.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Jackson. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll come out in the pistol. Now Jackson on second down. And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Will Mallory
from a yard out.
And the Ravens are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
Tucker now to add the point after. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Go, Reed, go. Let's go.
They go up the middle with Chubb. Shows his strength at the 50. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. They run it again with Chubb. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 133 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front. Say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Let's go now. AC Cardinal. Ready.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Demetric Felton taking it in from the 20. And the Huskies are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. So that drive there, CD, a good response, and that might be the one that gets them to the finish line, a comfortable lead.
Yeah, and that's all about not letting the team back into a game because they just gave up a touchdown. It was back to a two-score game, and anything can happen in that situation. But instead, they came through with a really terrific drive right there that ended in 6. So you like to slam the door on teams. In this case, they're trying to lock it as well.
Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
No, we changed it.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. He'll get this to Flowers, left side. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Flush to his right. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. They'll run on 1st down. Felton to the 27-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Throwing here, Dobbs. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly, meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them? They were on him in a hurry.
On 3rd down, Felton.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Now, this guy can be everywhere. Kyle Hamilton getting there to drop him for a loss.
Here we
So
go.
a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
Dragon 60.
From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Got it. Ready?
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hawk 70. Hawk.
Now a handoff up the middle. Felton. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
York able to send this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it. They'll start by running the option to the right.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots, and that's what happened on that play. He saw an opening and went and got it.
Well, he really hasn't ran the ball all game. 4th quarter here, need a big play, able to pick it up. So whatever the eyes saw and created, it worked. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
Go, check. Go, check.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Ready.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down.
Nice completion, nice gain.
Great tackle.
Really good tackle. Kept him in bounds, kept things going. What do you do here?
That's the question. Let's see what they do.
York able to send this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted ruins, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Now a 2nd and 10.
To throw again is Jackson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Jackson.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome.
And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Toronto, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.